Hello everybody, it's Charlotte Bailey here, birth and postnatal doula and founder of Birth Warriors, helping you to have your baby your way. After all, it is your body, right? Today is Tuesday, it is 10:30 and that means it is time for Ask the Doula. And excuse me if I'm bobbing around a bit, I'm actually standing in a really awkward way to make sure that I'm in shot. I'm at a networking meeting and I've just taken 10 minutes out to come and do this with you. So I've been asked a lot of questions recently about washing the baby. When should I wash my baby? How often should I wash my baby? And with what? So that's going to be the topic today for this Facebook Live. I'm just going to start by telling you a little bit about vernix. Now, for those of us who've had babies, you've probably seen vernix before. It's that white, very creamy, thick, oily substance that's on the baby's skin. So when babies are in utero, when they're still inside your womb, they're of course surrounded by waters. They're in your in the amniotic sac, and they're surrounded by that lovely, lovely amniotic fluid. And what the vernix does is coats the skin, and it protects it from being wet constantly. And then when the baby is born, that vernix is incredibly powerful. It protects the skin from the transition into extrauterine life, so that's life outside of the womb. And it moisturizes and conditions, hydrates, and basically really helps to seed the skin's microbiota as well. If you would have seen my Facebook Live last week, you'll know a bit about the microbiota and the microbiomes in the body. So, basically, don't rub it off. When your baby's born, depending how your baby is born, midwives might rub the baby with the towel a little bit to stimulate the baby into breathing. Some midwives might even actually rub that vernix off to clean the baby before giving it to you. I'd recommend doing a little bit of reading around vernix just for your own education, really. And then maybe you might want to consider asking a midwife not to do that. So this is all leading me up to saying, in direct response to the question, how often should I wash my baby? My answer would be not very often, actually. I would say up until the first 6 weeks, really washing your babies with antibacterial detergents, soaps, is actually going to negatively impact that seeding of the microbiota on the skin. So you really don't want to be washing your baby too often. Now, babies can be a bit pukey, we know that, so I'm not saying don't wash your baby, but I am saying up until the first 6 weeks, consider only washing baby with water. You might like to bath your baby maybe once a week and just wash the baby's head, hands and feet and bottom area daily, and only with water. Okay, the baby's skin is so sensitive, and if you are using soaps, even if they say they're formulated for sensitive baby skin, they may not actually be appropriate. They may contain synthetic chemicals or additives, preservatives that can irritate the baby's skin. If you find that your baby's skin is a bit dry and peely, and that can often happen because they shed the skin that they had when they were in utero, so if it looks a bit dry and peely, particularly sort of around the creases on the wrists and the feet, then you can use a natural oil, so something like an organic coconut oil or mild olive oil or even almond oil to just moisturize them. And again, you just want to use a tiny bit. You don't want to coat them up with loads of oil because the skin needs to be able to breathe. Otherwise, you will see that the baby's skin becomes irritated, okay? And obviously, if you have any nut allergies in your family, then please don't use coconut or almond oil. Stick with the olive oil. So after 6 weeks, it's okay to use some products on your baby. That's absolutely fine. But do choose those ones that are specially formulated by babies, and most specifically, and I'm so passionate about this, make sure that those products are toxin-free, so they don't contain any of those harmful preservatives such as SLS or parabens or formaldehyde. Yes, it does go into skincare products. Things like petrolatum, these are byproducts of the oil industry. I'm big also on using animal cruelty-free products. So, you know, do have a think about which products it is you're choosing to wash your baby with. So that leads me on to the next point, which is that when I was a new mum, and actually a training midwife at that point as well, I was introduced to a new range of baby products that I found so incredibly good. Gentle, they worked wonders on the very sore plaques of psoriasis I had all over my arms at the time, and also on my baby's eczema. And they were made of the absolute purest botanical ingredients. They're completely toxin-free, no nasties. And what I liked about them most was that they were actually approved by paediatricians and tested by dermatologists as well. So they were absolutely safe to use for babies. So I used them on my baby, and I used them on myself. And in fact, I love the product so much, I became not only a brand ambassador for the range, but also an independent consultant with the company, which is a company called Arbonne. And they formulate pure and safe and beneficial products for the whole family, actually. So for those interested, I will post a link below this video, so that if you want to have a look at those products for yourself, you can do. But I'll just give you a quick overview, because I've got some here. So this is the baby wash. The bottle is enormous. It's 236 mils, and you need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of this. So that lasts for ages. And it's got extracts of aloe in there and calendula, which I love, because they really nourish and cleanse and hydrate the skin, but they're also super sensitive. The nappy cream here was really good as well. Lovely and thick, really creamy. Really nice, and actually I found it's brilliant on any kind of rash or skin irritations, whether it be the baby's bottom or anywhere else on your body. I think it's absolutely miraculous in calming and soothing any kind of rash, dermatitis, eczema, psoriasis. In my family we've had it all, and we use that cream specifically for those things. Even if you get a bit dry in between here as well sometimes, or across your knuckles, really good there. The moisturiser is clinically proven to moisturise the baby for up to 24 hours, and I love it because, one, it doesn't feel greasy, two, it's not heavy on the skin, it doesn't clog the skin, it doesn't cause those irritations I mentioned earlier, it just sinks right in, which is lovely. And then we do also sun cream, which is an SPF of 30. Now that's the highest you can go without adding harmful synthetic chemicals in. You can see there, it rubs on really nicely. Again, I use this on my baby. I also use this on myself. Why not? And that's lasted me. I think this summer will be our second summer with this. You can see how long it lasts. It's lovely. So they've all got extracts of chamomile, calendula, aloe in them, which are sourced sustainably and responsibly from areas of real pure air quality, so low levels of pollution, and they're organic or wild. They're all allergy tested, they're dermatologically tested, and also tested by paediatricians. So that's it. Really short and sweet one for me today, all about how should I wash my baby, what with, and how often. Lots of love, and I look forward to receiving all of your questions soon.